let's turn to our big focus story. The Commonwealth Games 2022 begins today with the opening ceremony scheduled for later this evening. The Games will run till the 8th of August. A series of athletic events will take place over a span of 11 days. The magnum opus sporting event will serve as a magnetic spectacle for sporting fans from across the world. With a huge 205-member contingent that will compete in 19 different disciplines, India will be a major medal contender across board in this mega multi-sport event. Let's take a cursory look at the medal tallies last few events in the last few Commonwealth Games that's playing out on your screens right now. So India has been consistently performing well. Look at Manchester 2002. Well, gold 30, silver 22, bronze 17, a total of 69 medals. In Melbourne 2006, India scored 22 gold, 17 silver, 11 bronze, a total of 50. In Commonwealth Games, New Delhi 2010, 38 gold, 27 silver, 26 bronze, a total of 101. That's the best ever score so far. And also you have Glasgow Commonwealth Games 2014, 15 gold, 13 silver, 19 bronze, total of 64. And the latest one in Gold Coast in 2018, again, India performed extremely well with 26 gold, 20 silver, 20 bronze, a total of 66 medals. So that, of course, makes it a good enough record for India to keep in mind. Remember, Olympic javelin champion Neeraj Chopra was India's best bet for a gold again this time, but the star athlete was forced to miss out due to a groin injury. After winning a silver medal at the Athletics World Champion in Oregon, all hopes were pinned on Neeraj Chopra, but his injury proved to be the reason for his staying out of the Commonwealth Games. Another dampener is, of course, the exclusion of shooting this time in the Commonwealth Games. Hopes are high, however, that other sports will pitch in. And the other big talking point this time around, the women's cricket team makes its official debut at the tournament. It's a golden chance for the team to win a medal. And needless to say, big names like PV Sindhu, Lavlina Borgohain, Lakshya Sen, all these big names are expected to deliver medal-winning performances for India. So you can take a look at the medal hopefuls. Let me go across to Karishma as well, who I'm hoping is with us to take us through the important points, the important aspects of the Commonwealth Games. Karishma, if I can begin by asking you on the medal hopefuls first. Give us an idea on which are the names that India has pinned hopes on. I know that badminton, whether it's boxing, whether it's wrestling or weightlifting, there are quite a few contenders this time around for a medal.
Well, it's absolutely medal contenders and very, very strong medal hopefuls for India. Obviously, PV, Lakshya Sen, badminton. If we talk about wrestling, there is Bajrang Punia, Vinesh Phogat, there is Sakshi Malik, there is Ravi Daya, Deepak Punia. If we talk about table tennis, there is Sharat Kamal, there is Manika Batra. In fact, the table tennis team in 2018 had created history when they won multiple medals in Gold Coast. So apart from that, obviously a lot would be expected from the men's hockey team. The last time around in 2018 CWG, they were handed a very bad drubbing by Australia of 7-1. So they will look to turn things around. The women's hockey team as well. And like you said, women's cricket, obviously a very, very good opportunity for them. But it is not going to be easy because the Australian women's cricket team is also going to compete in the CWG. It is the reigning T20 champions as well. So very, very exciting games, Afrida, and a lot of medal hopefuls for India. Mirabai Chanu in weightlifting looks like a sure shot medal for India when she competes day after tomorrow in Birmingham. So we are hoping for a lot of medals. Whether they cross the last year's tally of 66 or not is something that we'll have to wait and see, because shooting is not there, and we had 16 medals in shooting the last time around.
Calculation that we did of all medals won in Commonwealth came from shooting. So like you said, that will be interesting to watch out whether other sports will fill in. Thanks, Karishma, for joining us. Let's listen in to Somdev Dev Burman. We spoke to him earlier to talk about India's chances this time around in the Commonwealth Games.
Somdev, talking about racket sports, what are the expectations going to be as far as CWG is concerned and adding to the medal tally is concerned?
I mean, I think we've had a fair amount of success, especially in the last couple. Obviously, bummer for me personally that there's no tennis. There hasn't been any tennis since 2010.
Yes.
But I mean, badminton has done fantastically well. I think PV Sindhu should be uh, a favorite for the gold. You know, she already has a couple CWG medals under her belt, but none of them are gold. And I do think with the current form she's coming in on, she should be a favorite. Even in the men's side, we've been doing, we have a very solid team, very experienced team. Table tennis as well. We've historically done well over there. Can we better our performance from 2018? I think that's really the question because we'll certainly be successful. Squash, I mean, Deepika, Joshna, Saurav, we've got a lot of players over there as well. So yes, I do think in the racket sports, we can expect to win quite a few medals and hopefully get India's tally up to a good number.
And Sukdev, any player that you're looking forward to, any sport that you're looking forward to see India play in, or a specific athlete that you're really waiting for to win a medal for India?
There's quite a few. There's really quite a few. I mean, I think Mirabai Chanu is honestly seems to be in a league of her own right now. She's, I think, well over 25, 30 kilos better than the second best competitor at the Commonwealth Games. So I think that's it'll be nice to see a really dominant performance where it's kind of unquestionable that the gold medal should go to someone. I think that'll be really nice to see. Boxing as well. I think there's Lovlina. She's going to have a tough one, but I mean she is an Olympic medalist as well. But I think for me, Mirabai Chanu is the number one. She's someone I'm really looking forward to the most, and it's also going to happen in the first couple of days of the game, so that'll be exciting.
Okay, to talk about India's hopes in the Commonwealth Games, let me welcome joining me here on the program Ranjan Sodhi, who is a Commonwealth Games silver medalist shooter. Also joining me, Yogeshwar Dutt, again a Commonwealth Games gold medalist in wrestling. Very warm welcome to the two of you. Thanks for joining the show. Before I go across to you, let's quickly listen in to what the young athletes, the budding athletes of India and people of this country have to say about their hopes. Let's listen in.
बहुत प्रोत्साहन मिलता है, मतलब ऐसा लगता है कि कभी मैं भी खेलूं इंडिया के लिए, कभी रिप्रेजेंट करूं इंडिया के लिए, कभी मेरा नाम इंडिया का नाम रोशन करूं.
मेरे ख्याल से वुमेन्स क्रिकेट टीम तो इंडिया का बहुत अच्छे फॉर्म में है. बाकी पिछले कई टूर्नामेंट्स में हम लोगों ने अच्छा परफॉर्म किया है, वर्ल्ड कप में अच्छा परफॉर्म किया है, और अभी जो सारे यंग प्लेयर्स हैं वुमेन्स टीम में, मेरे ख्याल से वो बहुत अच्छा अपॉर्चुनिटी है. फर्स्ट टाइम इंक्लूड होने के बाद शायद हम लोगों को पहला अपॉर्चुनिटी मिलेगा कि वी कैन विन अ गोल्ड मेडल.
बट दिस ईयर बॉक्सिंग इज़ कंपैरेटिवली ग्रेट. वो आज ही मैंने पेपर में भी पढ़ा. एंड कंपैरेटिवली बैडमिंटन इज़ ऑल्सो गुड.
जैसे PV सिंधु है, मीराबाई चानू है, लवलीना है, टेबल टेनिस में मनिका बत्रा है, शरद कमल है, सत्यन है, हरमीत देसाई, तो उनसे बहुत होप्स है. जैसे मनिका बत्रा का सिंगल्स और टीम्स में लास्ट टाइम उनको गोल्ड मिला था, तो वी आर एक्सपेक्टिंग द सेम फ्रॉम हर.
As Indians, we have huge hopes from our players who are going in the Commonwealth Games, and I hope they bring the gold for the nation.
Shooting was, we got gold medal in shooting in Olympics, but we'll do the cover up with badminton and others with PV Sindhu and other players.
Just hope that someone from India wins a gold, and even if they don't, I don't think it's a problem, because still they have given their best for the country, and I hope for the best.
So previously I've seen that women have always shined in sports as well, along with the other things. So I think so this time women are going to be getting all the gold medals, and we'll be number one in everything.
So that's what the people have to say. Mr. Sodhi, coming to you first. Big worry, exclusion of shooting, because let's in fact play out the highest scorers in the last few Commonwealth Games, and anyone can tell that the biggest numbers came from shooting. So stakes are higher, you feel, this year, Mr. Sodhi?
It's very unfortunate, actually. When you talk about shooting, 30% of the medals in Commonwealth actually came from shooting.
Yes.
The sport, I would say. And it's not part of this Commonwealth Games, and also in Victoria they've removed shooting and also wrestling, for a matter of fact. So Yogeshwar will agree with me on that. So wrestling going out of Commonwealth Games in Victoria and shooting going out of again Commonwealth Games, it's a big blow to India. I would say that I think the Brits are very scared of us. 1930 was the first Commonwealth Games which was held, and it was not called Commonwealth Games. It was called the Games for the Brits. So I think it's still the same. It's the Games for the Brits. So good luck to them. They can win all. But to take out sports, where we do well, it's very unfortunate, and it's not correct. And a country like UK, they can afford, and the lame excuse was that they couldn't build a range because of lack of funds. So if UK does not have they have lack of funds. So what about a country like India? You see the chess Olympiad today, Prime Minister is there, and
oh, okay. I think we lost the connection there with Mr. Ranjan Sodhi. But what we were talking about, viewers, is this, let's put out the highest scorers. If we look at from the year 2002, weightlifting is one sport which got 27 medals. That was way back in 2002. After that, if you see Commonwealth Games from 2006 onwards, every single time it has been shooting. Let's put out those figures where you will see 2006, 26 medals, 2010 again, 30 medals, 2014 again, 17 medals, and 2018 in shooting. No, this is the medal tally. I wanted the highest scorer graphics where you will see other than 2002, every single time after 2002, there you have it, 2006, 2010, 2014 and 2018. The highest scoring sport for India has been shooting, and this time around shooting has been excluded, and therefore big worry. Mr. Dutt, आपकी इस पर क्या राय है? किस तरह की उम्मीदें हैं इस बार? इंडिया के टॉप मेडल होपफुल्स कौन रहेंगे?
सभी को नमस्कार। देखिए, अभी रंजन भाई ने बताया, और प्रदर्शन हमारा कॉमनवेल्थ गेम्स में हमेशा अच्छा रहा, इस बार भी अच्छा रहेगा। हमारे लिए तो गलत हुआ है, तो नेगेटिव चीज है वो ये है कि शूटिंग को इसमें कॉमनवेल्थ गेम्स में शामिल ना होना, ये हमारे लिए एक माइनस पॉइंट है, क्योंकि सबसे ज्यादा जो मेडल आते थे वो शूटिंग और रेसलिंग में सबसे ज्यादा मेडल आते थे, और इस बार शूटिंग नहीं है तो मेडल टैली कम होगी। इसमें कोई आश्चर्य की बात नहीं है, क्योंकि अगर शूटिंग नहीं है तो मेडल हमारे इस बार कम होंगे। और उससे अलग है, बैडमिंटन है, वेट लिफ्टिंग है, रेसलिंग है, बॉक्सिंग है, एथलेटिक्स है, मेडल हमारे इस बार भी बड़े अच्छे आएंगे। और जैसे कुश्ती की अगर बात करोगे तो कुश्ती के 12 वेट है, 6 लड़कों में 6 लड़कियों में, और मेरा मानना है कि 7-8 गोल्ड हम जीतने का, 8-9 गोल्ड हम जीतेंगे, और मेडल 12 के 12 आने की मेरे को पूरी उम्मीद है। किसी का अगर कोई बिल्कुल बैड लक होगा, किस्मत अच्छी नहीं होगी, तो कुश्ती में 1-2 मेडल ऐसा हो सके तो मेडल ना आए, नहीं तो 12 के 12 मेडल हम जीतेंगे, और जिसमें 8-9 गोल्ड भी होंगे। और बॉक्सिंग भी है, बॉक्सिंग में भी हमारे खिलाड़ी बड़ा अच्छा किया। अभी वर्ल्ड चैंपियन बनी थी जरीन, ओलंपिक में सिल्वर मेडल, ब्रॉन्ज मेडल जीता लीना ने। ऐसे ही हर बैडमिंटन का पीवी सिंधु है, मेडल हमारे इस बार भी बड़े अच्छे आएंगे। पर मेरे को नहीं लगता कि हमें 2018 कॉमनवेल्थ गेम्स का जो हमारा प्रदर्शन है उसको दोहरा पाएंगे, क्योंकि कॉमनवेल्थ गेम्स में शूटिंग नहीं है, तो हमारी मेडल टैली गोल्ड कम होंगे इस बार।
गोल्ड कम होंगे आपको लगता है? वेट लिफ्टिंग में मीराबाई चानू की नाम जो है वो काफ़ी आगे है इस वक्त। ऐसा लग रहा है कि ये मेडल कम से कम एक गोल्ड अपना कंफर्म्ड है। आपकी क्या राय है इसके ऊपर?
देखिए, मीनाबाई वर्ल्ड चैंपियन भी है, मीराबाई वर्ल्ड चैंपियन भी है, वो ओलंपिक की सिल्वर मेडलिस्ट भी है, और उसके पूरी उम्मीद है कि वो देश के लिए गोल्ड जीते। और अभी आपने बताया कि वो तो, क्योंकि उसको पता है कि कितना वजन उसको उठाना, कितने वजन में गोल्ड तक वो पहुंच सकती है, और हम चाहते हैं कि वो भी गोल्ड जीते, और भी जितने हमारे लिफ्टर गए हुए हैं सब अपना बेहतर प्रदर्शन करें, क्योंकि कॉमनवेल्थ गेम्स में हम पहले 3 में 4 में रहते हैं। इस बार भी मैं चाहता हूँ कि जो हमारा प्रदर्शन था वो बड़ा अच्छा हो, और जो कमी हमें होगी शूटिंग की वजह से, वो कमी कोई ना कोई खिलाड़ी और आगे उसको दूर करे। हम मेडल टैली में अभी भी जो पहले 3 उसमें हो, और खिलाड़ी बड़ी अच्छी परफॉर्मेंस में हमारे खिलाड़ी बैडमिंटन वर्ल्ड कप था कभी हमारे खिलाड़ी पहली बार जीता, अभी पीवी सिंधु ने शायद सिंगापुर ओपन था जो पहली बार जीता है। ऐसे ही बॉक्सिंग की बात हो, शिफ्टिंग की बात हो, रेसलिंग की बात हो, जहाँ भी हमारे खिलाड़ी जाते हैं बड़ा अच्छा प्रदर्शन रहता है और मेडल पहले से ज्यादा मेडल हमारे आने लगे हैं। हमारे खिलाड़ियों का उत्साह बड़ा अच्छा है और इस बार भी मेडल हम अच्छे जीतेंगे।
जी, यही उम्मीद है। Mr. Sodhi, if I can ask you about the top medal hopefuls, boxing is again one area. Lavlina Borgohain in 70 kgs and Nikhat Zareen 50 kgs. These two names are there, in any sort of assessment that is being made right now. But your thoughts on the hopefuls?
I think Indian contingent is going to do well. Unfortunately, we're not going to be winning too many medals because shooting not being there. I'll be very frank with that. Because maximum medals always came from shooting, but everybody, whoever is there, they're well trained, and hats off to the sports ministry. They've done a lot for all the sports persons and all the athletes. They supported them, with different policies, whether it's stops or whether it's any other policy of Khelo India or whatever. So they've done really well to support all the athletes. So I think we'll do well. But unfortunately, I would still say something, as far as shooting is concerned, because, I saw you've been mentioning again and again, still it's coming in your screen, the shooting excluded from Commonwealth Games 22. It was originated from England, UK, shooting. And to take out shooting from there and to have sports like lawn ball, netball, and cricket, which is played by 9, 10 countries? It's a little, it doesn't go. But all the other athletes, I'm sure they'll do well. Whether you talk about weightlifting, whether you talk about wrestling, whether you talk about boxing, athletics, I'm a little skeptical about that.
Today is the day to talk about sports, Mr. Ranjan Sodhi, because we are also playing out, as you were speaking, we are playing out pictures from Chennai as well, because remember the Sports Olympiad inauguration is on. These are live visuals on your screens of the 44th Chess Olympiad inauguration.